Welcome to Meg's Motorcycle Journey, where we explore the world on two wheels. This channel will follow me on my journey to become a better rider and explore my love of all things motorcycles. Hey guys! So I thought that it's only fair, given the number of you who have suggested or pleaded or asked nicely that I try an Indian motorcycle, that I take you up on that suggestion and I give it a try. As many of you know, I love my Harley. I have ridden a number of other Harleys, 10 to 15 other Harleys that I have mostly really liked, but I had never been on an Indian. And since there's a lot of you that are big fans, I thought it would be fun to go to an Indian dealer and to test ride an Indian. So cameraman and I met up. This is actually our hometown in some of the neighborhoods that he and I grew up in, which are just like a mile or so apart. These are some of those roads, so we know them well. We met over in that area and rode out to Annapolis, Maryland. So you will get to see some of that footage. I wasn't set on exactly which bike I would be riding. A lot of you suggested the Challenger, so I was hoping that they had one, and I was in luck. They did have one, so I had an opportunity to test ride that, so I'll take you along for that. Interestingly, in the state of Maryland, there are only 2 Indian dealerships. Unlike Harley, there's probably 7 Harley dealerships in the state of Maryland. The only 2 Indian dealerships are in Annapolis and in Hagerstown. Annapolis is slightly closer to us and certainly a little bit cooler of a ride if we were going to then go ride around downtown. Hagerstown is just straight out Route 70. So hopefully you guys will enjoy coming along for some of that ride. Cameraman is a Harley guy through and through, so he didn't particularly want to test ride the Indians, but he certainly wanted to hear my opinion on them and what I thought of them. So we had called and they told us that we could just come in and do a test ride. So I figured it would be fun and interesting because not only does the dealership carry Indians, they also carry Triumphs. So you'll get a chance, and we got a chance when we were there, to check out both makes of motorcycle, which are very different from Harley Davidson. And I personally had never been in a motorcycle dealership that was not a Harley Davidson dealership. I have been in shops that sell dirt bikes multiple times, both when I was younger and then when I bought my middle kid, who is 10, about to be 11, his dirt bike. He has a Yamaha 125 that I will sometimes ride for fun because I'm not very big, so I can still get at it on that bike. But as far as a bike that can be ridden on the street, I had never been to a dealership that sold anything but Harleys. So that was an interesting experience for me. They had all different styles of bike, which was cool. They had sport bikes, they had cruisers, they had touring bikes. I personally am not in the market to purchase a sport bike, although I'd be interested in trying to ride one because I've ridden dirt bikes, but I have never been on a sport bike. So maybe that's something I'll try out at some point. But I think that it was still very cool to look at and sit on all the different types of bikes that they had there. But like I said, a very different experience from a Harley Davidson dealer, which at this point I've been in countless Harley Davidson dealers. So I will talk to you guys a little bit about the differences, both in the bikes and in the test ride experience. Hey guys, so a large number of you Indian fans have suggested that I test ride an Indian. So we decided that the first nice day we've had in Maryland in a while, that we would come out and do just that. So we were at an Indian dealer in Annapolis, Maryland. There's actually way less Indian dealers than there are Harley dealers. So we only had a choice of either here or Hagerstown, Maryland, and this is just a lot closer. So we're gonna go in and check out the shop and then see if we can't do a test ride.
I probably get some work done on it. You don't need a mask.
What's going on? Love that home. Good. Absolutely love it. If you have another one, I'll buy it.
If you want one, you put it on. It's up to you. It's up to you, honey. It's up to you.
I don't know how they feel about it.
And I owe you the shield.
You know, I don't think I need it, but I just don't want to be rude.
I know, but I completely agree. He's not wearing a mask.
Let's see what else they got.
What else you got? What are you looking at?
So,
Good.
that one says a rude
Now you guys will have to
minister.
sell those now that you're such a proponent.
Oh, I could sell. You just have to get Mike on board.
Challenger, I think.
Hi, Jen. How's it going? Good. Hi. Hello, Hunter. How you doing? Oh, have ever been back?
Looks like we got a pretty good selection of stuff.
I can't read that. That's not the answer you expected, was it? No.
Scout.
Sales are up. The weather's good. I mean,
So they all say with ABS. Is that because like Harleys all come with ABS? Do some of them not come with ABS?
Usually I think like your Sportsters and lower models, I don't think have ABS, but most I think would have ABS these days. If they don't, they should. It's freaking Harley Davidson.
Well, I mean Harleys all do, I think, but I don't like.
No, they don't.
My 883 did.
I'm pretty confident they still make bakes. Oh, your 880, that might have, but I don't know.
I'm
We'd have to
saying
check.
Some of these come with that.
Yeah.
This is low. I can sit on this one. Hold on.
What is that one? Scout.
Oh, this is light. Do you think this is kind of like my sporty was?
The what, hon?
Do you think this, I said it's light. Do you think it's kind of like my sporty
you
was?
make the same pattern.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Instead of the color, it's just gray.
Any trouble platform on that?
Yeah, I think that's comparable to the Sportsters.
This bike is sold. Do not sit. This bike is sold. Do not sit.
Oh, want a
Those two
Vespa?
are sold. No, I'm good. What is this one? This one is. I don't know. It doesn't say what it is. Huh? Whoa, this thing is like serious. It's all decked out. It's like it's Indian name. Like you're really using the whole nine. Look at that. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of cool.
You say you've been reordering the black ones?
You flat-footing?
Not quite. But it's not awful. I that'll work.
How does this? Does it feel like it's centered pretty well?
Light. It's probably lighter than my bike. But it just doesn't feel like it fits me well. That one's
That red one down there has got your name on it.
in the front.
Yeah.
Go for it.
He says he'll meet us here later. Wow, this one is like all the bells and whistles. Holy moly, though. Those controls look like they're so far forward. Am I allowed to sit on this one?
Until they say you can't.
Sit on it.
Yeah, you got it.
This is. Yeah, look how far forward those controls are. They're real far.
It looks so tiny on that.
The pegs are so far out. Look, I can't even like reach them.
Well, those are highway pegs up there, hon. Then you got floorboards.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But even the controls, look how straight my leg has to be.
Your leg's short.
pretty paint job though, you're right. I want to get this kind of stitching when I get the seat but on my bike, but I want it to be red.
I'm sure you'll get what you want.
Are the headlights really big on these bikes? They
Yeah.
seem like they're like way bigger than my partner headlights.
Oh.
I mean, for all of our Skeeter fans. So if I'm looking to do a test ride, what do I need to do?
Sign your life away on the
Okay.
bottom there.
What bike should she
I
ride?
figured.
Yeah, what are you looking to ride?
She
What
rides
is
she rides currently a Lowrider S.
I got you.
So, but we're considering getting a touring bike. We have a motorcycle company.
Right now, it's sort
We were
of.
considering for long
gotta get
getting a
away.
touring bike. So, had a lot of people suggest I try the Challenger. I'll probably.
Challenger is definitely one you should humor yourself and ride.
Okay. Is it the most popular?
It has definitely been the most popular bagger since it came out, as far as Indian is concerned.
Okay.
Definitely putting a hurting on the road glide. You guys got to watch King of the Baggers doing a Seika. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll throw that part out. You can just do the bottom
do
portion
my
there.
name?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
grab your.
So there's only 2 Indian dealers in Maryland. Is that right?
Something like that, yeah. I think us and two up in
In
Frederick.
Hagerstown?
Or Hagerstown, yeah. They're ways up there. There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you ride?
Absolutely.
What do you ride?
I'm a Triumph guy myself.
Gotcha.
I ride the one right around
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Which one?
The tall one.
Street triple right here. Right around the corner.
The one all the way to the left?
Closest to us, right outside the
Right
door
there.
here.
How
yeah.
do you, that thing is so high.
No, this one, huh?
Oh. I thought the one out front.
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, nice. Got it.
He probably rides that real slow and straight. Just
I thought there's the 3 Triumphs in the front. What is that?
So you have a Speedmaster up there, there's a T120 up there, and then there's the Scrambler 1200, which is probably what you're talking about.
yeah.
So
Really
the-
tall dirt bike looking one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a beast.
I mean, I'm sure it's fun to ride, but it's tough for vertically challenged people.
That it is. I can ride it, but I'm on my tippy toes.
Okay. I know a lot of people like Triumphs too.
It's better to be on your toes than your knees.
I'm a bit addicted to the 3 cylinders of Triumph. So.
I might go try to sit on all those bikes and see which is the most comfortable fit out there.
Here's Bob for the Challenger.
Okay.
We are waiting on the dealer plate to come back.
Okay.
Marcus, one of our mechanics, had to go fill a bike up, so we're just waiting on the plate.
All right, cool.
Otherwise, you guys are more than welcome to go out and play around
Check
with it
out
a little bit.
those ones. So it's those 5 out front that you can test ride, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Check them out. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Appreciate your help.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at the snakes. I want a snake seat. It's like a snake paint job. See that?
Oh wow. Wonder if you could do a snake seat in red.
So that was the. It may not be the most comfortable, but the reason that I was like interested in the Corbin is that they have a snakeskin pattern, and I could get red stitching with the snakeskin pattern if I did the Corbin. I think the Widowmaker is the one that would go on my bike.
Okay.
But then everybody says do the step up, the Saddleman, but like I don't like how forward it brings you in the seat. Like when I sat on it, it was kind of like the Harley. What was that one? I can't remember what Harley's one is, but remember I tried it at the dealer.
Yeah.
that seat on?
And it still didn't.
Well, it just made me really forward, so my knees were so bent, and I didn't think it was going to make for a comfortable ride. This is awesome. All right, so keep up for this one right here. Let's get all my stuff over here. Test them out.
You look good on it.
Yeah, I'm all right. Look, I got some knee bend in me right here. And I can even reach.
How's it feel?
It feels fine. I'll be able to do it. I mean, I feel like it's a similar weight and balance to like the road glide and street glide. It's got a lot going on up here.
What's that?
But I feel like I'll be able to reach all the controls on this, which makes me feel good. And I can even reach the kickstand. So I'll be fine with that. And that's my main concern. And I safely ride it.
Can you?
Yeah, I can safely ride that one. For sure.
I mean, I think you have plenty of feet. You were flat-footing, right?
Yeah. Which, I can still safely ride this one, but I think I like the feel of the other one better.
The Challenger?
Yeah. You said this is the Roadmaster?
That's the Roadmaster.
I like the feel of the Challenger better, I think.
I like the way that one looks a little bit better myself. Not that I'm a huge fan of Indian.
I know how you feel about Indians. And you know, Michael, that I love my Harley.
Oh,
You know that I love my Harley, and I don't have any plans to get rid of my Harley. But all these people told me I should ride an Indian, so here I am. I am humble and I listen. Holy moly. That thing's crazy.
yeah.
So I feel like some other moto
I was
bloggers
gonna
have tested this out. I can't remember.
Was it Doodle or her two wheels, maybe?
Maybe. But
It might have been Motorblog. That is tall.
You have to be a tall chick to ride this one. I'm not.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I'm from the ground. I don't even think I could push this up.
Wow. You want me to hold it for you?
No,
I wouldn't. I think that's pretty high. So that's a no.
What is this one?
Scout?
It was
Isn't
a
it?
the Bonneville Speedmaster. Now this, I'd be fine.
Yeah, you're flat there.
This would be okay.
So my breakout.
Do you think this is like comparison?
I would assume. I mean, I don't know.
The controls on this one, and I can flat foot on it, but
How's the seat?
it'd probably be a comfortable-ish ride. I mean, it's kind of forward, like my bike was before I changed out the handlebars. But I can still get some bend in my arms on this. I think I'd rather ride the big old Indian. I don't know if I can probably push this one up.
Got it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not heavy, it's just tall. I mean, the controls are like underneath of me, like a dirt bike almost. So I wouldn't have trouble reaching the controls. Just reaching the ground. Short people problems.
Yeah.
The difficulties of being a short girl.
How's that seat?
It's nice. The seat feels nice. It's just high for me. I mean, it's like a nice, comfortable.
Is it squishy?
It is squishy. A comfortable seat.
Yeah, I think you look best on the Challenger. It looked like it's actually made for you. Like as far as riding out of these five.
I agree.
I would ride that one if I were you, actually.
I know how.
I mean, that one's okay too. All right, so we're just waiting for. They're gonna bring a dealer tag out in a minute.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come with us.
Okay, so you want to get suited up or no?
Yeah, and you're gonna ride your bike next to us, right?
Yes. Cool.
So you heard me say that I felt most comfortable on the Challenger, and I did, sitting in the parking lot. I think that it's a little lower to the ground than the touring bikes that I test rode that were Harleys, the Road Glide and the Street Glide. But and probably a little lighter, but I felt that the controls were a little bit further away, so I had a little bit more trouble reaching the controls. But the most noticeable thing that made me very uncomfortable during this test ride was that I had a lot more trouble, it was a lot more difficult shifting gears. The foot shifter just felt like it was so much effort to pull into the next gear, and several times I got stuck in neutral trying to get into second, and I had the clutch all the way in and was, felt like I had to force it up. So I really did not prefer that about the Indian. And obviously this is the only Indian that I have ever ridden, so I'm not sure if it was specific to this particular bike or if it is a problem that Indian motorcycles have across the board, or maybe some people prefer that. But for me, I have ridden between 10 and 15 different models that are Harley Davidsons, and I have never had that be an issue for me. So I did not like that, but it made the test ride uncomfortable for me just because I felt like I wasn't in as good control of the bike as I normally would be. I will say that it was a smooth ride. I actually didn't prefer the windshield. I know a number of you have suggested that I get a windshield, and I'm not against a small windshield, but I didn't prefer that one. I don't know if it was the level of the windshield, if I felt like it impeded my vision, but I just wasn't a huge fan. Now, I think that they told me when we got back that the windshield goes up and down, which is a pretty cool feature, but when I was test riding this bike and very unfamiliar with it, I wasn't comfortable yet trying to figure out all of the bells and whistles, although admittedly it had a lot of them. I also felt like while it was a smooth ride, it didn't have the pickup that my bike has. I understand that it still has a big engine, but I just didn't feel like the acceleration was there. And again, that could have been because I wasn't comfortable on this bike, and I am very comfortable on my bike. But people have raved to me about how much they love their Indian. And honestly, I thought it was a nice bike, but I didn't love it. If I had to pick a touring model, I would pick the Road Glide over the Indian Challenger. I know that's going to upset a lot of you, or maybe not, because I know there's a lot of Road Glide fans out there, but I didn't love the motorcycle. I didn't hate it. It was a nice bike. It certainly had a lot of nice features. And something else that was very pleasant about this test ride experience is that it was really easy. They were wonderful. The staff at the Indian dealership were wonderful to work with. There's me going side to side. Cameraman told me to test the bike a little bit. But they were very easy to work with. I came in, I signed one form, we got right out on the test ride. They took us on a little bit of a longer ride than I've ever been allowed to do at Harley. And you can see we really got to ride some of the twisties here, and that was a pretty cool experience. But it was very different. The level of customer service, everyone there was super nice, but they just don't have a lot of staff there. I'm used to being at a Harley where there is tons of people walking around, and there was significantly less staff. And I understand that it's a smaller brand, but they were all very nice, very accommodating. This gentleman that took us on a test ride could really ride. He had a lot of fun. He got at it. So it was fun to go with him, and he did a great job. So I am very appreciative, and I'm appreciative that it was a smooth sailing process. I don't think I would purchase an Indian myself, both because I didn't love the ride, but also because I do think that it's a huge benefit that anywhere that I go, not anywhere, but most places that I go in the United States, if I needed to get to a Harley dealership, I would have that available to me. When we were in Florida, or, we're looking to go to Tennessee, we're looking to go to places in Pennsylvania, there are Harley dealerships that are all fairly close if something were to occur with my bike. And so that's another reason that I will probably be a Harley girl, because I know that that is available to me no matter where I am. But certainly, like I said, no offense to this Indian dealer who was very accommodating and all the staff was perfectly lovely. So I did have a really great experience and I can't complain about that at all. And we certainly had a lot of fun. You can see they really let me go and let me test ride this, which is really fun and a nice thing. So I had a great experience, and it's definitely a nice bike, and I understand why those of you that ride it are fans, but not for me. This is funny. This is a part where our guide really got after it, and you know, I've mentioned before that cameraman likes to ride hard. It hurts him to not be able to keep up. So I was lingering behind there for a minute, but got a little irritated, had to show him what was up. This is us getting back to the dealership, and as soon as I get off, you'll see we talked to him a little bit about how we thought the test ride went.
What do you think? I don't think you were very comfortable on it. And I think that's just, you're also on a bike a lot too.
So after we left, we met up with a friend of ours, or actually while we were there, Will, who is an amazingly talented photographer. So if you don't follow my Instagram page and you don't know that he's been involved in a lot of my projects, look him up, check out his page. He's awesome. We actually ended up doing a photo shoot down by the water in Annapolis, so stay tuned for some of those photos. And we thought that riding through downtown Annapolis would be kind of a cool thing to bring you guys along for. So I also didn't love the look of the Indians. They were a little boxy for me, and I don't like that. I don't in particular love the look of touring bikes. I prefer the cruiser style, but in particular, I didn't really love that. So stay tuned for this Sunday. I'll be announcing the winner of the Viking bag giveaway. I'm working with Viking Bags to get all of the names together and all of the entries together so that we can select a winner. So stay tuned on Sunday. The video will not be about Viking Bags. It'll be on a different topic, but I will announce the winner in that video as well as on my Instagram page. So if you entered the contest, make sure to tune in and see if you are the recipient of the free bag. As I mentioned, this is downtown Annapolis, so this is pretty cool, and I will be putting some of the photos in probably on my Instagram page as well as in my calendar for next year. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my review of the Indian motorcycle and that you liked getting sort of a first-hand view to that and appreciated my thoughts on Indian versus Harley. I know I probably broke some of your hearts, but I feel like being honest is the best policy. At any rate, until next time, ride safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe.